When I was a child, I spoke as a child, I understood as a child, I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. Hi, my name is Margaret Mordahl. Welcome to my channel, Virtue Lies in the Middle, where we discuss current topics and try to remain as balanced as possible. Okay, everyone, let's talk about Candace Owens today. So, for some background, Candace Owens made her start as a speaker touring around with Charlie Kirk and Turning Point USA. She then left TP USA and was hired by PragerU. In 2021, she joined the Daily Wire and had a talk show. Then she was fired in 2024 and started her own YouTube channel, and she's been making everyone mad ever since. She used to be the fierce black woman of the Conservative Party, and everyone loved her because she was never afraid to say exactly what she thought. Now she's an extremely polarizing figure, still revered by many, but also now despised by many in the conservative movement. So, what happened? I think it boils down to something many women are obsessed with these days: true crime. Polls estimate that the audience for true crime shows is 80% female, and Candace Owens seems to have caught the bug. In 2023, while working for the Daily Wire, Candace hosted and narrated the true crime docuseries Convicting a Murderer, where she delved into the case of convicted murderer Stephen Avery and refuted Netflix's show Making a Murderer, which claimed that Avery was framed. And that was only the beginning. After she was let go from the Daily Wire, she really got going. She put out a series investigating the First Lady of France called Becoming Brigitte. She looked into the Harvey Weinstein case. She spent countless episodes reviewing the whole Justin Baldoni versus Blake Lively case. And then, when Kamala Harris ran for the presidency, she did enormous amounts of investigation into Harris's background. But the real trouble started when Candace's once best friend, Charlie Kirk, was tragically murdered in September 2025. After the event, Candace did what she had been doing for the past year. She began to investigate fiercely. And people did not like it because more and more details she unearthed started to implicate close friends and coworkers of Charlie. Although many conservatives were outraged by Candace's investigation and accusations, her podcast became wildly popular, shooting to the top of the charts as she continued to expose the shady details surrounding Charlie's death. So, what's the deal? Has Candace finally flipped her lid, as some people say, and is in desperate need of psychological help? Or is she completely evil and just doing this for the money, as others suggest? Or finally, is she, as her followers would say, right on the money? Well, I, for one, would dismiss the plea of insanity. If you look at the comment section of Candace's videos, you will see that her followers' accusations and surmises are far more wild than anything Candace has entertained. Her followers are out for blood and ready to go down the first rabbit hole presented. From what I can see, Candace appears to be the sane one of the group, filtering evidence, fact-checking claims, careful only to air information she has verified. However, despite this care, Candace's investigation has become bloated. It has become this massive web of threads leading nowhere. And that, I believe, is the main problem here. Candace has found no conclusive evidence anywhere of concrete wrongdoing. She has found many, many strange coincidences and occurrences, but for any of this to be taken seriously, she needs proof. As one ex-user pointed out, usually as an investigation proceeds, the pool of evidence gets smaller as you narrow in on the truth. With Candace, it inevitably becomes bigger and bigger. And honestly, that has been the problem with every single one of Candace's investigations. I admit, I watched the Becoming Brigitte series avidly. I voraciously devoured each episode as she exposed Kamala Harris. However, each time I was heartily disappointed by the lack of conclusive evidence. Sure, Each time she came out with so many juicy, salacious, interesting details, but nothing was ever proven. And there, I think, is the crux of the problem. Without proof, all of Candace's investigation turns into wild speculation and conspiracy theories. Without proof, it's hard for many people to take her seriously. Without proof, Candace becomes just another true crime devotee playing detective. And I, for one, will have a hard time taking her seriously again unless one of her investigations actually leads somewhere. That's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.